Why will some people never achieve financial freedom? Is it because they're lazy or stupid? No, it's because the system wants you to stay exactly where you are. The system is designed to keep you tired, confused, and just comfortable enough not to fight back. And by the time you realize the game isn't played by the rules you were taught, it's usually too late, because you never knew the real rules in the first place. They tell you to save money, work overtime, buy a house, and invest in the stock market. They claim financial freedom comes only through discipline and steady effort. But let's be honest. If discipline alone were enough, every carpenter, teacher, and grocery clerk who worked hard their whole lives would retire wealthy. But they don't. Because the problem isn't their effort. It's the architecture of the system. Financial freedom is not just about money. It's about control. Control over your time, your choices, and your security. It's the power to say no to a boss, to a debt, to a collapse. No one hands you that freedom. You build it. And before you can build it, you have to understand what's really holding you back. Let's illustrate with a small history lesson. For most of human civilization, wealth meant land. Land meant food, and food meant power. In medieval Europe, 90% of people were farmers working on someone else's land. The fear of not being able to survive kept them trapped. Sound familiar? Fast forward to the Industrial Revolution. Dependency on land was replaced by dependency on wages. Factory work overtook field work. Long hours, income just enough to survive, and complete reliance on employment. In the 20th century, the middle class emerged. Owning property and possibly retiring became achievable. But real freedom still wasn't guaranteed, because the entire system of schooling, working, earning, and spending was built to keep people dependent. Now we've reached the 21st century. Productivity is higher than ever. Technology is everywhere. But most people's real income hasn't improved. Meanwhile, the cost of basic needs has skyrocketed. Debt has become a normal part of life. Personal loans, credit cards, car loans, mortgages. Today, an average American household carries hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. So if most people are constantly paying something back, who benefits? Then comes the quiet thief: inflation. 20 years ago, $1 had twice the purchasing power it has today. The solution? Print more money, which inflates asset prices like stocks and real estate. Who owns those assets? The wealthy. So the rich get richer, and everyone else gets poorer. This isn't a broken system. This is exactly how the machine runs. A financial engine fueled by debt, driven by inflation, and sustained by confusion. What's worse? They make you blame yourself. Don't have a house? Work harder. Can't save money at the end of the month. Manage your spending better. The system is never guilty. It just gives you a new budget plan, a new inflation package, and keeps you in the same cage. The truth is, income alone will never give you financial freedom. You need leverage. And most people never reach it. They trade time for money. But real wealth is the opposite. When your money works for you. When assets produce income. Freedom begins the moment you can replace labor with leverage. The wealthy write their own rule book. They don't just make money, they own things. Businesses, real estate, intellectual property. They understand taxes, laws, and how assets appreciate over decades. They keep the system just complicated enough that you never fully understand it. You won't learn financial leverage in school. Instead, they feed you non-stop hustle culture. They put you on a treadmill and call it a journey. Financial freedom is an act of rebellion. It's rejecting dependency. But you can't rebel against something you don't understand. That's why financial education is the foundation of freedom. And it begins by asking uncomfortable questions. Where is your money actually going? How much of your income depends directly on your labor? What assets can generate income for you? Real wealth isn't having more. It's needing less, strategically. So which path should you take? It's not flashy, but it's real. 1. Reduce your financial vulnerabilities. Don't fall into the trap of carrying unnecessary burdens. This sometimes means selling extra belongings or even your car. Every dollar of flexibility is a dollar of regained power. 2. Build assets, not just property, skills, businesses, online income streams. Anything that can earn without your constant effort. 3. Protect your mind. Don't drown yourself in news cycles. Study history. Understand the system. Stay calm. Most people will remain financial prisoners, not because they can't be free, but because they were never taught how to be free. They were placed inside a movie and told it was life. But you don't have to play that role. You can write a new script. It starts with clarity, then control, then freedom. It's hard, but absolutely possible, and it has already begun. If this shifted something inside you, don't forget to subscribe. The answers are hidden in history, and I'll show you exactly where to look.